A very good morning to all. In the last class, we discussed about the heritage, civilization and about the history. History is divided into three periods: ancient period, middle or medieval period, and the last one is the modern period. That means the present period. Now here, today we'll discuss about the language heritage of India and the painting heritage of India. So we'll continue from page number 65. So we all love to communicate, isn't it? Every day we communicate with many people. You communicate with your parents, with your friends, with your neighbors. In school you communicate with your teachers and many others. So can you tell what is the main tool that is required for communication? The main tool that is required for communication is the language. So for making a good communication, we should have a good knowledge about language. So we can also say that language is an important part of human connection. So all the species have their own way of communication, but only humans have this language communication. Now, India's culture and traditions are popular all over the world, and various art forms like music, dance, painting, language are part of India's heritage. In the previous class, we discussed that the early humans, that means during the ancient period, they used their body language, different signs, signals, symbols to express their thoughts, feelings and emotions, because at that time there was no language. Now slowly there was development in the way of expressing, and this contributed to the development of language. Now let's see what does this language means. It's a normal way humans communicate or shares their ideas or information. It can be speaking, writing or by different gestures. Gestures means using different body parts, especially head and hand, to share our information. Now, as we all know that India is a vast country. There are 28 states and 9 union territories. So, different people living in these different states, they speak different languages, and along with these different languages, they also speak different dialects. Dialects differs from region to region. Now let's see what does this dialect means. It's a way of speaking a language in a particular area or a particular group of people. Now this differs from region to region. For example, Malayalam is a language that is spoken in Kerala state, but within the state Kerala, there are different dialects spoken which differ from region to region. Now, you can see here some of the languages. In India, there are many languages and dialects spoken in India as mother tongue, but our Constitution of India has recognized only 22 languages as a scheduled languages. Scheduled languages means these languages are given some importance. Now, some of them are Hindi, Bengali, Assami, Odia, Urdu, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam and many others. So, there are 22 scheduled languages which are recognized by our Constitution of India. Sanskrit is the oldest language of India, and Hindi and English languages are known as the official language of our country. That means our government conducts its business in the official languages, that is Hindi and English. So this was about language heritage of India. Next we'll discuss about painting. So kids, you all love to have fun with colors, isn't it? You all love to draw and color. Now, can you tell, as soon as you hear this word painting, what all things comes in your mind? You think about your colors, the different types of colors that you use to color. It might be crayons, pencil color, acrylic color, watercolor and many other colors. You also think about your brush or sponge or cotton which you use for painting. Then you think about a surface. It might be a paper or a canvas where you draw and color. So these are the things which you use for coloring. India is also famous for its painting heritage. So how will you define this painting? Painting means creating an image using color or paint or other medium on a surface. Surface, it can be paper, canvas or any other surfaces. Now, in the previous class, we have already discussed that the history is divided into three periods. That is, ancient period, medieval period and the modern period. So, based on these periods, we will discuss painting heritage of India. Thousands of years ago, people used to live in caves and they were known as the cave dwellers. And here you can see they used to draw pictures on the walls of the cave. And this was their method of expressing their feelings, ideas and thoughts. Now here you can see different pictures of animals that they see around. On the top you can see a picture that is a scene from hunting. And these pictures gives us lots of information. Now here you can make out that they used bow and arrow for hunting. Now this was the painting during ancient period. Now let's see the painting during medieval period, that is the middle period. As we have already discussed in our previous class that many rulers from different places came to invade and acquire land in India, and along with them they brought different techniques of painting. Now at that time miniature painting was very famous. Now what is this miniature painting? It's a painting where we create image on a small or reduced scale but very in detailed. So here you can see this is an example of miniature painting. It's a picture of an emperor and you can see that it's a very small picture but it is very detailed one. So you can see each and every small things in detailed form. So this is the miniature painting which was very famous during the medieval period. Now let's see some of the subjects that they used for these miniature paintings. Here you can see the scene from hunting. Here you can see the battle scene. Next one, the landscape and the court proceedings of the king. So these were the main topics for miniature paintings. Now we'll see the paintings of the modern period, that means present period. So present period, different painting styles and techniques were developed, and these techniques allowed the artist to express or to show their ideas on the canvas. Now there are different types of paintings like oil paintings, enamel painting, water painting, glass painting, sand paintings and many others. Now let's see some of the popular painters of our country. This is a picture of Raja Ravi Verma and this is one of his popular paintings. Next we have Abanindranath Tagore and this is one of his famous paintings. And here you can see Amrita Shergill with her popular paintings. Now these are some of the famous painters of our country. Now there's an activity for you. You have to submit a voice clip on the heritages of India, that is language heritage and painting heritage. You have to record it and submit in Microsoft Teams. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.